began innocently enough. A scientific experiment to give man control over the population of certain insect species. A slight alteration to the ecosystem for the benefit of humankind. Ironically, our answer came from nature herself, the mantis. An awe-inspiring contradiction of beauty and brutality, reverence and repugnance. Ferocious carnivore that captures its unwitting prey, devours it, then searches for more. We discovered that by increasing the mantis's appetite, we could wipe out the world's most damaging insects. We basked in the glory of our victory. However, it was short-lived. We had failed to realize that when faced with a lack of prey, the mantis turns on its own species. The unthinkable occurred. The entire mantis population was destroyed, except for one. Now a monstrous, mutated form of mantis roams free. Carnivorous beast driven by an insatiable appetite for... An appetite no longer satisfied as easily as its predecessors. Now a mantis wants more. It hides in the foggy, dank darkness, silently stalking its prey. Until with a lightning-swift motion, mantis seizes its victim, clutching it in a vice-like grip. Still standing upright, the hapless victim is flung rapidly and mercilessly into the air in every imaginable direction. Dropped. Thrown. Tossed around and around like a toy. Until it's disoriented and defenseless and succumbs. Unable to stand anymore. I wish with all my being this were a fabrication. Someone's insane idea of a joke. It is not. Mantis is real. Mantis is out there. The largest, most vicious creature of its kind on the face of the planet. A chilling reminder to all mankind that those who believe we are the most formidable of species are simply the biggest of fools.
Welcome back, Coaster Nerd fans, and today I'm going in depth with Cedar Point's extinct roller coaster, Mantis, which was a stand-up coaster at Cedar Point, and I decided I'm going to redo the whole defunct series that I was going to do, and I haven't done in the past couple of years, but I do have one coaster up there, and that video is really boring. So this video is going to be more interesting, and hopefully we'll get more interactions with it. Anyway, so we're going to go into the story of Mantis at Cedar Point. So Cedar Point basically announced on September 8th, 1995, that they're going to build a new coaster, which was going to be the tallest and fastest stand-up coaster in the world, and they were going to name it Banshee. But with the negative response on the word Banshee and a very negative public opinion on the name Banshee, they changed it to Mantis. But Cedar Fair would name a roller coaster after Banshee, which came in 2014 with Kings Island's Banshee. Anyway, the construction began and was completed on January 9th, 1996, and about 20% of the track for Mantis is built over the water. Cedar Point had a media day on May 9th, 1996, and the ride was open on May 11th, 1996. And the height was 145 feet, the drop was 137. The total length of the ride was 3,900 feet, and it had a max speed of 60 miles per hour with 4 inversions, and the duration was 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Another really interesting thing about Mantis is, just because they destroyed about 20 acres of swamplands just to build Mantis, they donated 20 acres from a park to protect the wetlands in that direct area. Anyway, Mantis would operate as a stand-up coaster for 18 years, with its popularity declining, especially after Millennium Force would open, Top Thrill Dragster would open, and other pretty famous rides would open, and with the following stake being Gatekeeper. And also by 2014, the stand-up coasters were starting to die in popularity, and that's in Rougarou. Mantis would be the first one to be converted. On September 14th, after weeks of leaking clues, Cedar Point finally announces that they would close Mantis for its final rides on October 19th. And over the 18 years that Mantis was open, it gave over 22 million rides. But Cedar Point also did announce that they would not be removing it completely, and they would just put floorless trains on the ride. So the actual track's still there, they just replaced the trains and renamed it and put a new theme on it as Rougarou, which is a legendary creature for French folklore that is basically a werewolf. And it would open on May 9th, 2015.
Introducing Rougarou, Cedar Point's first floorless coaster. 4 mind-bending inversions flip you head over heels, then drop you 15 stories, skimming the swamp below. Be one of the first to ride Rougarou, the newest addition to the coaster capital of the world. Save up to $16 on tickets at cedarpoint.com.
I happen to ride Rougarou as the floatless coaster itself, and it's a decent coaster. I'm not going to give my full opinions on it, but honestly, I would have definitely liked to try it as Mantis, because it just feels like another sit-down coaster, and Mantis would have definitely been more unique than Rougarou is now. But anyway, the layout for the whole train, which is the same as Rougarou if you ride it now, basically it ascends up a 145-foot lift hill. Once you reach the top, it passes a pre-drop, and then it makes a 180-degree right turn, leading into the first drop of 137 feet at a 52-degree angle, which is where you reach your top speed of 60 miles per hour. Then you enter a 119-foot vertical loop, immediately following by a 103 dive loop. And then you go into a non-inverting overbank turn directly above the station. Then you go into the only incline loop on a floorless coaster, and it was one of the first incline loops on a coaster, period, when it opened in 1996. There, you go into the mid-course, and then off the mid-course, you drop into a corkscrew, and then you finish off with a figure 8, and then you enter the final brake run At the time of 1996, Mantis did break several records. Mantis was among the stand-up coasters opening in 96. It opened with the world's tallest loop, one of the tallest loops. Also, it had the world record for the tallest stand-up coaster at 145 feet, fastest at 60 miles per hour, and longest with 3,900 feet of track. It was also the first stand-up coaster to feature a dive loop and an incline loop. But anyway, that's just some history and a little video about Cedar Point's defunct / still existing Mantis / Rougarou. I'd advise you to, if you're going to Cedar Point, definitely ride Rougarou. It's a nice little token of what Mantis was. Definitely not a record breaker, and it definitely doesn't really do anything for Cedar Point's lineup, especially since I have Valraven like right next to it. But it is a pretty coaster to look at, and definitely one of my favorite floorless coasters to ride. Anyway, you guys can leave a like button, hit that like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will have more defunct roller coasters coming soon to Coaster Nerd. Thank you.
Yeah, boy, are you ugly. You little lucky. Should I or shouldn't I? Hey, where do you think you're going?
Ever wonder why you're not supposed to step on a mantis?
Yeah, you better say your prayers.
On May 11th, you'll find out.
Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video, and we will see you out in the queues.